How much exercise do you do?
I walk every day.
Right.
So it varies. I have arthritis. That's one of the things I hadn't mentioned to your colleague. And I find walking, I do what I can.
Yeah.
I do what I can, but it's not as much as I used to.
So.
And I have a replacement knee.
Yeah.
So
is that better?
it's better than it was.
Yeah.
That was very bad. But I can't walk as I used to on it.
Yeah.
I can't walk the distance, which is a shame.
Would you find that healthy eating advice, would that help to support you to perhaps eat a healthier diet?
If I was to be honest, I eat a healthy-ish diet. I just eat too much of it. I'm a greedy man.
So
I know all the.
Yeah. So it's not a lack of knowledge.
It's not. No, it's not a lack of knowledge. It's an inclination. I like my food. I enjoy it, and I like a lot of it.
So how about having a smaller plate?
I try that.
Because I've seen research in other countries that say if you give people a big plate, they eat more. If you give them a little plate, they don't eat so much.
I have actually heard that.
Yeah.
And it's probably a good idea.
You know you ought to do it.
But depression and loneliness and things like that, and various illnesses. It's not just one thing that I've got wrong with me, sort of thing.
And is it the illnesses that make you depressed? Or
a bit of everything.
Bit of everything,
yes.
When you see the doctors here for your physical illnesses, do they talk about your mind at all?
I've kept away from the depression because I had a period when they were giving me tablets which made me zonk me out.
They didn't help?
They helped. That not as I do, I really do know what I should be doing, being positive, that sort of.
I don't know anybody who doesn't know what they ought to do, but lots of people don't do it, and the question is, how could we help that?
Well, that's it really. There are things like I'm making more activities for myself, like walking. I've got a bike now, so I'm going to start riding a bike.
They need to know that they're valued in society, and they need to know that people care, and they need the right support, either in the community or in hospital.
How could we get them to feel that people cared about them?
Well, not beating them up, taking off their benefits, and not making them feel like they're a burden on society. It's about finding out exactly what they really need rather than what we think they need. So, and that's by having conversations with them. We need to, provide more places in the community to support them. I'm not convinced that being in hospital is the right place for them, but I think some of the work that's done in the community with them is more effective. Obviously on the acute side you've got to go into hospital, but that and enabling and empowering people, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you think the investment should be then around helping them to stay well mentally in their local community?
Yeah, proactive. Stitch in time, isn't it? Nip it in the bud. Deal with people before it becomes out of control and too big. But yeah.